Welcome to Regent Park TV. I'm Gabriel, and today we bring you an exclusive coverage of the Toronto Council Fire Native Cultural Centre's celebration of the Summer Solstice and National Indigenous Peoples Day. On June 21st, the Summer Solstice marked the celebration of National Indigenous Peoples Day across Canada, a day dedicated to honoring the distinct heritage and enduring spirit of Indigenous peoples. This significant day is not just a commemoration of cultural ancestral ceremonies, but a harmonious celebration, resonating with the drumbeats of community unity. To mark this special day, the Toronto Council Fire Native Cultural Centre hosted a heartfelt gathering at the Aga Khan Museum, bringing the community together in an authentic celebration reflective of their traditions, worldviews, and ways of knowing, being, and doing. The event featured a variety of cultural activities, including sacred fire teachings, drumming by All Nations Juniors, Aztec dance performances, tipi teachings, and Wampum teachings. Local Indigenous service providers such as Toronto Aboriginal Support Services and Thunder Woman Healing Lodge participated, showcased their contributions to the community. Located at Dundas and Parliament, Council Fire is dedicated to supporting the Indigenous community in a holistic way, nurturing body, mind, and spirit through a range of services which include counseling, material assistance, and spiritual and personal growth initiatives aimed to empower individuals while fostering a sense of unity and cultural pride within the community. As the summer solstice concluded, the event resonated deeply, leaving a lasting impression of hope, resilience, and the enduring spirit of a community determined to preserve and celebrate their heritage for generations to come. rptv reporter Fred Alvarado captured the essence of the event, documenting the profound expressions of cultural heritage and community cohesion.
Hello, I'm Natalie Ortega.
Hello, I'm Star Didom.
And I'm Eric Wakagijik. Today we have the Summer Solstice / Indigenous Peoples Day at Aga Khan Museum. It's a lot of fun. The importance of it for today is that, we're sort of bridging cultural gaps here with the Indigenous community being hosted by the Muslim community up here at this amazing museum. We've had a bunch of school groups come in. They've been coming around, going into the museum, coming around, taking part in all of our tipi workshops and our little booth workshops that we have around here too.
We also have TAS came by also to partake in our workshops. We also have Thunder Woman Healing Lodge, and the Toronto York Region Métis Council is also here.
Council Fire is giving to the people. That is one of our main priorities.
It's giving back to the Indigenous community. We are also open to other cultures as well, but it's just supporting the families, supporting the community that we work within at Regent Park. A lot of the things that we do are traditional within the Indigenous culture, but it's just about being community and finding that source of support.
I'm Suzanne Brunel from the Toronto and York Region Métis Council, and in our booth today we have, Alan has brought all these pelts, which has been a really big draw all day long. So many people have come by just to feel the furs, find out which animals they are, and also we have a couple of people here from the MNO youth program, and they've been offering dot art, which is one of the artistic modes of expression of the Métis. And we are very, very honored to have been invited to be part of this event today. I think it's absolutely wonderful that we are able to connect with the community around the Aga Khan Museum and showcase our culture. And I think it's very important that we build relationships between the indigenous people of the urban community, indigenous community, and newcomers. So we're very, very happy to be here.
Okay, Fred. So what we have here is these three here would have been the traditional ones that were trapped by the Métis in the fur trade. So we have a beaver, and then you have a muskrat, and also a mink that would have been used in the fur trade. And they would have actually had, with the beaver, bundles of maybe 100 pelts in a bundle that would have been sold to the Hudson Bay Company or any of the other fur companies. There's a few here that wouldn't have been traditionally trapped by the Métis, like the Arctic fox. The river otter also would have. But then there's a few smaller ones, like we have a weasel and a squirrel, which wouldn't be traditional to the Métis. But this is all how what would have been trapped. The river otters, once they were trapped, they would have had a pelt board inserted in them so the hide wouldn't shrink, and that way it'd keep its shape and would be able to be used for either clothing traditionally. The beavers basically were used for fur hats, and it wasn't until later on in the 19th, 20th century where pipe bands would have used some of these for their sporns. So I have two wolves, and the wolves were just basically they would have been trapped by other hunters, and they would have been sold off similar to what the Métis would have done for the beaver pelts. So a traditional wolf would bring you maybe about $150 a pelt. By the time it goes to the furrier would double it, so you're somewhere between $300 to $500 just for a wolf pelt. And the same thing with the red fox. They would have been usually traditionally used in collars on some jackets, and they would have been sold, say, $50 to the furrier, and then price gets doubled from there.
You know, I ask my Creator, my higher power, you know, to watch over me and you know, and to guide me and to give me strength and wisdom.
My name is Alan Okitigo. I'm from Atwabasket First Nation, a northern community of Atwabasket, by north of Timmins, Ontario. I come from a Cree tribe. My spirit name is Thunderbird Man, and I come from a wolf clan. The reason why we're here to join the celebration is to promote our culture, our heritage, our you know what the powwow was all about, our gathering was all about. You know, to get the people to come together, to reunite, and to come and partake in the experience of what we have to offer in our tradition, in our culture, our celebration, and to you know, to have a good lifestyle, and to come and join the festivals that we have to offer in this beautiful communities and surrounding areas. A few decades ago, I guess, you know, it was very forbidden for us to you know, to do ceremonies in our cultures, and you know, in the cities or in towns or whatnot, right? And you know, some of them would you know, get charged or you know, or get punished or whatsoever, right? And so now today that, you know, it all changed, right? Because we fought for our rights, right? Because it's our rights to to do our ceremonies in any way, in anywhere, in any place that we want to, right? And now it's all coming together. And we see these in the cities now. We see these in our towns. We see these in places that we didn't expect, right? And now it's to teach our young generation, for them to continue on to do all these ceremonies, our gatherings, the sacred fire, the tipis. Our dancing, our singing and drumming and so forth, right? So it's important for us to teach our young generation so that they'll know what to do in the next future when they have their own children's.
Sego, good morning, everybody. My name is Lindsay. My traditional name is Swooping Hawk, and I am Mohawk in German. My family comes from Six Nations, the Grand River Territory, and I'm a registered member to Mississaugas of the Credit. I'm going to share with you a teaching today that I received from a good friend of my grandmother's, Yvonne Thomas from Six Nations. And this teaching talks about one of the oldest treaties that we have in this country. And it's believed by many of us that this still stands. This is not a document in the way that we're used to from a Western perspective. It's not a contract, it's not something written or something you would sign with a pen, but rather it's an oral agreement recorded using something called wampum beads. And they're made from this tiny little quahog shell. They would have drilled into it with a wooden dowel to extract little tiny beads in an effort to put together something this complex. So it took a lot more effort, in my opinion, to put together this agreement than any simple written document we would use today. The two-row wampum, also known as the Gaswenta, is an agreement made between the Haudenosaunee and the Dutch in the 1600s, the early 1600s. And it was an agreement made at a time when settlers were coming to stay. And we needed to figure out how we could peacefully coexist on the land. And so we came to an oral agreement that was recorded using this wampum. And what that agreement was, is it captures the ideology that we have two rivers of life. And we're traveling as indigenous and as settlers, side by side, equal to one another, but never interfering in one another's ways of life. So you have indigenous people traveling down their river of life in their canoe with their ways of knowing, seeing, being, and doing. And then you have settlers and their ships traveling with their ways of knowing, seeing, being, and doing. And again, we're not interfering in one another's way. And we are meant to be grounded in the principles of peace, friendship, and respect, the three white rows. And those are the principles that were meant to guide that relationship between indigenous and non-indigenous people. And in both the context of Turtle Island, North America, and Upper New York State specifically. We know that Canada didn't uphold what its promise was in terms of staying in its lane. And so this could be interpreted simply put as we were meant to be independent nations. We did not choose to sign up nor assimilate by definition of this treaty. And so when you hear words like self-determination, sovereignty, inherent, treaty, legal right, what we're referring to in that context is the Gaswenta. And this is forever binding as long as the sun should be shining. Yawago, thank you.
Ani Bojo, Jaden Dishnikaz, Bakwamakan Donjba. Hi, my name is Jaden. I work at Toronto Council Fire. I work in the YLP Youth Life Promotion position. I work with a lot of youth. Age range from 12 to 29. But we have a lot of programming and different cultural nights, powwows, round dances. I am a part of the All Nations Juniors Drum Group. We travel across Ontario, different performances, powwows. Just recently we started going to round dances. We practice every Tuesday and Thursday at Toronto Campfire. We have our drum practice for our youth. We offer food, a space to come sing and dance. And on Thursdays, we have the chance to go up to the Native Canadian Centre, not too far from our building at Toronto Council Fire. And we go sing for the elders from 5 to 9. And I bring all the youth out. There's my youth team over there. So we have our powwow coming up August 10th in Regent Park. I'm looking forward to it. Our All Nations will be there as our host drum. And I hope you all can come out to our gathering, Regent Park, August 10th. I'm just gonna sing a little song while I'm up here with no drum, because I was told you don't need a drum to sing, you just need your voice. We're not drummers, we're singers. Or we're drummers at the same time. I created this song, it's a welcoming song, just welcoming everyone into the space and that they make it home safe.
In this way, we ask to the First Nations permission to the 4 sacred elements that give us life, to all the people around here gathering, to the people and organizations that invited us, but firstly to the sacred fire. This day we are here to still your heart with the dance, with the music, and with the medicine of the copal, the tobacco. You already stole our hearts. That's why we are here. Ometeo, Tlazo Kamati, Chimi Witch.
We share the medicine, this ancient tradition that was forbidden for many years when the conquerors came to this land. In our country was the same thing. The ancestors were forbidden to dance for a long time, but there were people that keep dancing and sharing and keeping the tradition. Now they were doing that with instruments, with chords. And after, it was a syncretism with a Christian, and that was a way to keep this tradition. After our ancestors started coming out again with the drums and dancing in the places that our ancestors were dancing before. So there has been a community, big community, bringing the tradition on streets in Mexico, all over Mexico. And now even, our brothers and sisters in US, and here we are too, like representing and sharing that medicine that we are dancing around the drum, that it's our heart, that also in the dance we call it is a pray in movement. So the drum is also representing our father Tonatiuh, the sun, and we the dancers are the planets and the stars, like moving around in harmony. So most of our movements are always inspired in nature, in the universe, and in our Mother Earth, the animals, the four elements. It's always, all dances have that meaning, you know, and spinning around. So all that is at the same time touching the four elements, because we have the four elements with us. We have the fire, we have the earth, we have the air, and we have the water. So we are all the time thanking for that, and sharing and spinning, and the effort, because the dances also represent an effort for our body, and praying for all the situations, all the kids. We really thanks for being part of this celebration to the sun, and sharing with you and Council Fire. Thank you so much. Chimiwich Tlazokamati.
Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on social media, and for more information, check out our website.